Morning folks, we finally come back out after a month in the heat and knocking us around, so we'll see what we can find. Anthony's already on to a target. He reckons he just found a double D bung, fueled drum bung, so we're just going to have a little bit of a walk down here and see what else he's got, but yeah, so we'll enjoy what we can do because we only had it here for a short time because apparently the heat's going to be very hot today, so it's not going to be a very pleasant day. So yeah, stick around and we'll see what Anthony's got and then we'll keep going on. Okay, my next surface find looks like an old poison bottle on the ground. We roll him over, not to be taken, and look at that, it's a beautiful old bottle. And down the bottom, this belongs to such and such, so yep, we'll definitely have to look into this area somewhere and see what we got. That's beautiful. That was just lying on the surface. So Anthony's just found a halfpenny.
Don't know what year.
You don't know what year.
What year is it, Commonwealth? Because I see the ring.
Yep. Okay. We'll have a look around here and see what we can find around here from this bottle.
So someone's dumped their jacket. Oh, bugger. Let's be careful of that. That was one of the screw ones. Screw tops. Well, just found button hood. I think someone just dropped the jacket here because there's a small one here and there's still heat small signals around here. Some still have gold gill until I clean them up. Catch us. Alright, live in my hand there's another one. Just see the rim of it. Yep. It is a small one, so there'll be a lot more around here for sure. It looks like someone's just dropped here. But these could be first World War ones, not actual Second World War ones, because they're a bit more flatter. Oh, damn. And you can see the eagle there. So, till the next one, catch us.
Just a run up summary of what we found so far. From the 33 1.5 penny to the left is the finds of my day. Plus we've got 2 lumps of lead, bits of brass, we've got a rail spike, and we've got the poison bottle. And we've got another little bottle out of the trash heap. On the right of the 33 penny is Anthony's find. He's cleaned up the buttons, so they'll be included into this. So what we got temp loops. We got a DD bung. On this, it's a double plug. This is where one of his buttons came out of. As you can see, we got one button impression on that side. Flip it over, and we got another button. So there's 2 buttons on that plug. So we got normal webbing tips, live ammunition, 3006. Come down to a 303 cartridge, and I have a 303 cartridge and 3006. They started doing trench art on this 50 cal. As you can see, they cut it down. So whatever they were going to make didn't. So it ended up in the trash heap. This is another one. It came out of this, but it's already broken. So they were going to make something out of it. Got a Japanese round. The other half disintegrated in the hole. We've got brass screws, webbing buckles for your webbings. Another part of that. This here is a start of a flying ring, dated 31. It didn't survive very well in the heat of the fire, in the trash hole, but you never know, there could be another mate there. And other bits and pieces, I found 2 buttons. One button was on the surface, not near the pit, and the other one that came out of the pit, as you can see, it survived, but it's a bit green. So all in all, we had a good day for the 4 hours that we done. We got a lot of heat up here at the moment, so we have to stop short, and so we don't have heat distortion. So that hole will be visited again, but it'll be a little bit more cooler climate. So all in all, we didn't have a bad 4-hour run. Got a little rose up here, probably part of a bed, but you never know what that could be. So, okay, so when Anthony's ready, and the buttons will be shown with this, and we'll see how we go next time. Thank you. Afternoon, folks. This is Greg from the World War II Rally Hunters. Now, we're doing two things here. That today we will be going to our favourite spot shortly, but I'm also doing a reconnaissance of another site. And from what I can see, when I went on the other side of this creek, that where I wanted to go was accessible. So what I'm going to try and do is get through this to get to the creek bank to start any checking it out, see if there's anything down there. We know there's been American camps up here. We just got to find out if they've been here and what they left behind. Now, as I said, we're going to get through this to get to the creek because it's more accessible on this side than the other side, because you've got to come across a bit of a breach, and it's not a very favourable site for leaving vehicles out in the scrub. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's see what we can find, see what history can reveal. As I said, this is just reconnaissance. I'm just looking to see if we can accessibility into this area. If we can, then we'll be back on, say, this being a long weekend, we'll probably be back on Monday and have a proper look. So without further ado, let's get going, have a look and see what's out there for us. Stay tuned. Okay folks, back again. We're on the fire trail. We found the first item that we knew of this area, and it's a Mills grenade plug, and that is what we're out here to look for. Now, if we found the first one, I won't go any further. We know we can get into here on the fire trail, so I'll head out to our original site and see what else we can come up. We just wanted to reconnaissance in this area. Anthony will be now happy that we have found something, and on Monday, if he's available, we'll come back out here and give this area another good swipe, because we're in the area that we were told about, and we're happy we found what we found. So without further ado, let's get back to the car, let's get out to where we normally go and have some fun and see what else we can find. But yeah, this is what he wanted, and this is what we found. There is writing on that, but we'll clean them up at the end of the day and show you what they are. These are Mills grenades, and that's the base. So we are on the range that we want, I hope. Thank you. To the next one. Okay, yes, we've got our second Mills grenade. As you can read, it says 1941, so that's a good one. So this will be the area I want Anthony to check on if he comes out on Monday. So it's a good one, that one. You see it said on it, he's got number 36 mark something, I think it says mark 1. I'll have a proper look at that shortly and tell you later. But it gives me an area to point Anthony. Anthony now can get stuck into this area, and I'll head out because I just wanted to verify this is where we might have to do. It's a natural grenade range. I'm in the gully, so therefore if they can throw into the gully, and I don't know about the trees could tell me about shrapnels, but they've got grass growing up them so I can't see. So yep, and this was only about 2 down here, and this is not a tidal creek but a monsoonal creek. In other words, when it floods it will probably dispose it, and these are heavy so they won't float away too fast, so not bad. So we've got number 2, and this one, as I said, 1941 I think. So okay, so we'll pack it up and head off to my other area, and now I know an area to point Anthony on the weekend, at the end of the weekend. Stay tuned. Okay, back about 2 inches down, found the next plug. Okay, so they're definitely using this creek. This is number 2 out of this creek, and could be part of a Japanese grenade back there I found, but yeah, I'll have a look into that and we'll research it, but it's a bit of brass. So we'll dig that one out. I know where we are now, and this verifies that they use this gully as the grenade range. For a simple reason, high embankment, so you can be up on the top there and throw down here or throw from over there. Might have been in the sandball wall up there. So throw it into the gully, they say, count and throw. In other words, it's a good protection barrier for any training. Like the modern times now, we just stand up in the embankment in a hole, throw it over the embankment, count our time, and then boom, and then the instructor would let us go. So that makes number 3, and we know where to come on Monday on this long weekend, and if Anthony's available we'll come back and we'll hit this. We can get into it. As I said, there's been a fire trail made around here, so we'll neutralise that before they put down the fire, if it was a fire trail. If not, they're just cleaning boundaries. So we're a free zone here at the moment, so yeah, we're happy with this. On to the next one. Okay, just walking back to the car, and we've got a surface find in this gully, and so definitely the place to be in, I think. This one's in pretty good nick. This one looks like it's just been unscrewed, but it has been blasted. So that's number 4. So better give up, or Anthony's going to be peed off that I left him nothing. So yeah, we've definitely got to come back and give this gully a bit of a good clean out and have a look and see what we got. That one's pretty good. It's got the threads there. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, we're back on the second site, which is our more familiar home when we look around here, where we go and we find most of our relics. Now, I've only been here about say half an hour, because it was a bit long on the reconnaissance, so I Just looking at that and getting that all marked out, make sure it's feasible to go back to it. Now, just walking around on this trail, I came across broken glass, went down, no more than scratched the surface really, and found a bit of stretcher parts and broken beer bottles and normal glass. A little bit further under the surface, first find for the day in the new area is a whistle. And she's pretty intact. She's not damaged in any way, just a bit dirty, bit of mud caked in it. But it hasn't been near a fire like some of the ones we have found and bent. So there we go. First find back in the old area, and we got a whistle. Oh, no, we're about to lose the whistle. Oh, no, we're not. So, pays to, as I said, we got a new area working in the old spot, and we just happened to stumble across this one and found the grass and all that. So, could be a little bit of a trash heap here, but it might be just the only find here was the whistle. So, we'll endeavour to check it out and see what else we can find. If we do, I'll show you. Okay, the first coin of the day after we just found the whistle is a 1942 sixpence. That's not bad, pretty good. First for the day, I'm just about to wrap it up. Okay, on to the next. It pays to check your holes, and when I did, I got a Florence. But what's the mystery about it? The sixpence was 4 inches deep. This was around about 2. But I can't believe it, but with focus it would be right. But it says 1947, after the war. So maybe they were cleaning up after and someone dropped it and maybe dropped the sixpence. I don't know. So it's the first for me in this area, 1947, and you can just see it. So we will clean them up and show you later on what they are, but that's 2 silvers in this one hole. Now I'll check it again and before I fill it in and see what else we got. Okay, just a wrap up from yesterday's little hunt, the World War II relic hunters. We went out on a reconnaissance yesterday to see if we can find a grenade range. I think we found it because I got 4 number 36 Mark 1 hand grenade bases. Now, what's interesting about these is they got the Australian Defence Force arrow on them. So it might not be related to the Americans, but it wasn't in an American area. So they're all dated 1941, 8th of 1941. So we've got 3 parts here. We've got the base, we've got the guts. That was inside that, so I presume. And when I found that, it was just sitting in there. So I presume, and I might be wrong, but that's the inside of the Mills grenade. And that's the top of your grenade. These look like 45 cal tips, and they're pretty corroded. So again, I have to put that on an assumption. I think that's what they are. Also in the range was a 303 cartridge, rifle fired, and you got your 30-06 and your 30 cal. So, and we found brass or zinc. We got 2 pieces of that. This unusual item looks like a handle, but don't know what it is. It's brass anyway, and that just sits over there. So whatever that was, it's intriguing. We're going back probably tomorrow because it's a long weekend, and to see what else we can find. So that reconnaissance turned out to be what we wanted. We wanted to find the Mills Grenade range, and we found that. Still got to search that area, make sure we've got everything. We haven't found the release pins and levers, the release levers. So we need to find them to establish where the bunker was when they were throwing these items. We know where they ended up, so we need to find out exactly where they could have left the pull rings behind and everything like that. So it's intriguing. The second place is our place where we always go, and we all guarantee to walk out something. I was there for 15, maybe half an hour, and of course we found the whistle. Still got a P in it, and it still works. So we also found a 50 cal, part of a razor, and a 10. Also we found a shotgun shell casing also up on that Mills range, grenade range. Also we found 2 silver coins. This was a bit lower than the sixpence, 1941, sorry 42, and we got a Florence. They were both together, one was lower than the other, and that was 1947 Florence. So 2 silvers in the one hole, so we quite enjoy that. So that tops up that day. We've still got 2 more days of this long weekend, so won't stop us going back out and have a look a bit more. So all in all, it's a good day, and we're happy with what we got. And as I said, we'll go back and check the grenade out and see if there's any more. Okay. Enjoy. Remember, if you find anything that's live and you're not sure, you can always call the police in, and they will defuse the item, or the army will. Never play with live ordnance or unexploded ordnance. We don't want you to be the next casualty. Okay, thank you.